the Tyrannosaurus Rex. For over a century, it's been the undisputed king of the big screen, from stop-motion marvels to terrifying CGI titans. But how much has Hollywood's favorite predator actually changed over the years? In this video, we're going to track the evolution of the T-Rex across film and TV. We'll see how 100 years of new science and filmmaking magic didn't just change its size, but completely transformed how we see the tyrant lizard king. Our story kicks off in 1918 with the silent film The Ghost of Slumber Mountain. This was the world's first real look at a T-Rex on screen, brought to life with the magic of stop-motion animation. By today's standards, he was small, and his size was inconsistent from shot to shot. He was designed based on early, flawed science, giving him an upright tail-dragging posture that looks more like a kangaroo than the predator we know today. A few years later, in 1925, The Lost World cemented the cinematic dinosaur's place as a monster icon. While the film's main antagonist was technically an Allosaurus, its menacing presence established the T-Rex template for decades to come. Then, in 1940, Disney's Fantasia unleashed a genuinely terrifying animated T-Rex. Its stylized design makes a precise size comparison tough, but its on-screen power was undeniable. The brutal, iconic fight between the T-Rex and the Stegosaurus cemented its reputation as a merciless force of nature in the minds of millions. The mid-20th century belonged to the legendary special effects master Ray Harryhausen. His signature stop-motion technique was on full display in films like 1969's The Valley of Gwangi. Technically, its star Gwangi was an Allosaurus, but for audiences, it was a T-Rex in all but name. These creatures felt massive for their time, but their size often had more to do with the needs of the production than any scientific accuracy. The classic upright posture and slow lumbering walk were still the norm. Paleontology was moving forward, but the on-screen T-Rex was still a fantasy monster, the villain in an adventure story, not a realistic animal. In 1993, everything changed. Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park didn't just feature a T-Rex, it unleashed an animal that felt real. This was a revolution. The film's star Rexy was a true heavyweight, with the full-scale animatronic standing nearly 20 feet tall and measuring 40 feet long. For the first time, a mainstream audience saw the T-Rex with the horizontal, balanced posture that science now accepted. It was fast, it seemed intelligent, and it was terrifying in a way moviegoers had never experienced. Oh, there were some artistic liberties, like an oversized head and wrists that couldn't rotate that way. T-Rex set a new gold standard. It wasn't just a monster anymore. It was a cultural phenomenon that defined the dinosaur for an entire generation. As we entered the 2000s, the T-Rex's portrayal began to split. On one side, you had pure spectacle. Peter Jackson's 2005 King Kong remake gave us the VRX, a fictional, evolved descendant of the T-Rex that was even bigger and more monstrous, designed for pure cinematic shock and awe. On the other side, documentaries like Walking with Dinosaurs and Prehistoric Park were pushing for greater scientific accuracy, updating their models with the latest research. This trend reached its peak in 2022 with Apple TV's groundbreaking series, Prehistoric Planet. Here we see a T-Rex that is the culmination of decades of research. We see it not just as a killer, but as a complex animal, a father swimming across a sea to find food, a hunter with powerful senses, and with a thicker, more muscular body than its leaner Hollywood cousins. The series even showcased a juvenile T-Rex with a coat of downy feathers, reflecting one of the most significant modern paleontological discoveries. From a jerky puppet in 1918 to a feathered parent in 2022, the evolution has been staggering. So, which on-screen T-Rex is your all-time favorite? The classic stop-motion beasts, the iconic Rexy, or the hyper-realistic titans of today? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip through movie history, don't forget to like and subscribe. The story of the T-Rex on screen is also a story about a changing science, and our timeless love for a good monster movie. The King's reign is far from over.